Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Let's take a look at the AI teammates for a second. So you have the option of turning them on and off. So for example, Fury here, I can deactivate Fury if I want. I could instantly reactivate her. I doubt you could do that in a mission, but while you're out in the field, you could do that. I have my main character here, and then I have my other AI teammates. So they have these special abilities which are a little OP. Fury can scan up to a certain range that you're in your environment. It's kind of overpowered in immersive mode. You can basically see every enemy through an infrared scan. Fix It has a combat drone that fights for you as an additional gun. It doesn't help that much, but it's not really that OP. But I just deactivate it. And also Vasily has a piercing shot, which again is not that OP, but basically Fury's scan is just way too strong. And the other part of AI teammates that's way too strong is the sync shot, which I can demonstrate for you a little later. First of all, let's just go through the commands. You could order them as a group to move to a certain location.
That new position over there.
Got it. Moving there now.
The only sucky part is they move as a 3-unit team, all together, which is then great. They do follow, how you are in stealth. So if you're crouched, they crouch. If you're, because I
need you at my location.
Copy that. We'll come to you.
Yeah, there you go. So you can tell
them where you are.
Copy that. We're holding in place.
I don't know how long they follow that command, but they will. What they could do is provide you some cover in case you're investigating a document or looking at a laptop. So that's kind of realistic, where they could watch your back. However, you can't individually command them, which kind of sucks. However, this cleared hot, it's kind of crazy because basically it's not like telling them to attack a certain point. It's basically telling them they're free to engage and attack enemies at will, and they will just go off on their own. Typically they do some good damage. Yeah, there's no enemies out here, but see that they're taking position. This is what they usually do. They just take a position around you. They are invisible, which breaks the immersion somewhat, which I can show you in the field. Probably the coolest part of the game. I wish you could rappel down buildings and such as this. And my helicopter just blew up. Now, starting off, the AI is invisible to the enemies. Only when you give them orders do they become visible, which is a little cheap and OP. Basically, they could just follow you around without alerting the enemy, which is good and it's bad. I mean, for a starting player like me, not alerting the enemy helps a lot, because I could just stay as a stealth character and take out enemies. Now, what is overpowered is the sync shot. So basically, I'm giving one of the AI team an order to take out an enemy, and what's cool about it is I could order all 3 of them to take position on an enemy while being invisible. That's why it's overpowered. They could also clip through walls. Danger close. Should be an enemy around the copter. But basically, the command to
Moving to the
sync
target.
basically goes through walls. So if you could tag the enemies, if you can mark them, you could basically tell the
Ready,
AI
Ghost Lead.
to
Hostile got
to
away, boss.
to snipe them through walls. Now
Ready,
it's a
boss.
little, yeah, it's a little bit realistic when they go into buildings. They won't be able to snipe them. But let me just see if there's another one around. So we could basically take out 4 enemies at once. If they're shooting 3 of them and I'm taking out the 4th one, which I
Make
think
sure
is
we're
cool.
collecting any intel here.
There's a sniper.
Target escaped.
It's okay. I'm still lining up. Oh, look at this. There's 3 of them there. Actually, let's do that. Cancel this. Cancel this. Tag these
Copy,
3.
boss. Moving. Maneuvering now, boss. Raj, moving in. Ready here.
And I will shoot the
Target
sniper.
locked. Hostile identified. Target locked.
So basically, while I'm taking out the sniper, they can take out those enemies. And they're ready, set.
Nailed him.
they just took him out. It's a little bit overpowered, only in the sense that it's basically like they're super snipers. Like it's a unmissable shot. Like if they're saying they have a line on the enemy, then it's an instant kill. So that's
Moving to
the
engage.
only reason why it's overpowered.
Ready to shoot on your mark.
I also like using them to hold position while I'm in a building. Going up the building, they can watch my back. So they are useful in that manner. But otherwise, they do identify when enemies are approaching. If you allow marking on through the interface, if you allow marking in your game, they will mark enemies for you on the minimap, which helps a lot. I actually deactivated that, to give myself a little challenge. But they can identify enemies for you, which is actually a big help starting out. There's another one.
Bad guys can be anywhere. Be ready.
Ghost Lead.
See where they go. For how long? What? Wow. They engaged the enemy. Didn't take them
Shit,
long.
I know we're here.
See how long they follow this order. They're clearing out this camp for me.
Shit.
Target hit. Radio operator is down.
Say again left. Say again left.
Get that son of a bitch!
Be aware of your targets. We got company. Stay sharp.
Yeah, they're not utilizing cover, but they're laying the smackdown.
Popped one.
Now where are they headed?
Target area clear.
They cleared the area. They're returning to my position. That was about a minute. They're not done. Let's fix it. Just using the IQ costume. Oh. They're going back. They're going back. That was about I'm gonna have to put a
Hostiles
stopwatch.
down at this location. Moving to your position.
I think it's about 2 minutes.